guys, Splash here, and welcome to my workbench. Today, right here now, we are finishing our Pocher Lotus, and right after that, I'm going to share some of my thoughts and tips about the kit, and after that, I'm going to answer some of the questions I receive about the tools I use. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, please feel free to leave a comment and any suggestions you have for the channel, and again, thanks for watching. So this kit is pretty impressive, but the first thing that you want to do if you're building the first iteration of the kit is get rid of the instruction manual that comes with it. It is staggering how many errors are in it. So go to the Pocher site, and there you can download 4 different PDFs, which is really just one instruction manual broken into 4 parts. The next thing you want to do is make sure your headers are correct. This has been a common problem where people have gotten duplicated headers and therefore they can't move forward with the kit. Each header actually has the number on it, so you should have 1 through 8. It should be pretty easy to tell. The next thing you want to look at is the seatbelt material, and I actually had this problem where the kit calls for a certain amount, but you don't get that amount. Now you can always go to Hornby Hobbies customer care and request more. Their customer service is pretty good. But I also found that their lengths were a little longer than they needed to be. For instance, I had a lot of excess on the side belts. And then because I did my lower belts a little different, I did not want to run them under the floorboard because I wanted the floorboard to fit flush. I went ahead and trimmed these up, and that actually added a little bit more seatbelt material for the SB1 if you need it. So I do receive a lot of questions about the tools that I use, so I will provide an overview here. I use the VH screwdrivers. They are German and they are very good. They actually make quite a few different screwdrivers and nut drivers and pliers, etc. I just have the basic set, which works just fine for the Pocher kits. I did buy a tap set there in the middle, the orange, off Amazon. And I found out that it did not include the 1.5. And if you look at the first page of your manual, you will see the screw sizes. And of course, 1.5 is the one that you're going to need the most. So I did order just a 1.5 separately off of Amazon. Now the smaller taps do not fit in the tap handle, so I do use a pin vise for the smaller taps, and then the larger taps fit fine in the tap handle. Make sure you get the micro tap handle that can accommodate at least an M1. Okay, on to the spray. I do spray a substance in many of my videos. It is this BSI, which I believe is now Tay Tools. It's an Instaset. It is an accelerator to instantly cure CA glue. And I tend to like the extra thick. It has a little more working time, but you can speed that up instantly with the Instaset, of course. And it's not necessarily instant. It takes like maybe a second or two. You want to hold it in place just for a second or two before letting go, but you do get a nice bond there. And I find it particularly useful for photo etch, and especially if you are gluing 2 different media types together, such as photo etch to plastic or vinyl or resin. I sometimes use the gel. It has even more working time, but not that much. I find that the extra thick works just fine. And I sometimes also use, you may have seen, sometimes they use Loctite, which is pretty good. But for the most part, this is my go-to. These 2 right here, the Instaset and the extra thick. So that concludes this video. It concludes the build of the Pocher Lotus. And I would love to hear from you if you have any suggestions for future content of the channel or any kits that you would like to see. If you like reviews or you like builds, would you prefer to see one long video of an entire build, or do you like the kind of segments each week having a portion of the build? So I look forward to your comments, and I thank each and every one of you for watching. It's a lot of fun, and I enjoy hearing your comments, and I certainly appreciate all the feedback that you've given me during the build of things that maybe I've done wrong or things that I could do easier. So with that, happy modeling.